This is Matthew DeSantis, Executive Director for Institutional Effectiveness at George Mason University. The following module will briefly review the data resources available for completing an academic program review self-study. You can find links to all of the data mentioned within this module, as well as other modules that cover different topics related to academic program review on the Office of Institutional Effectiveness and Planning website at oiep.gmu.edu. If you have any questions about this module or others, please feel free to reach out to me directly at the information listed on your screen, with email being the quickest mode for response. When completing a self-study for Academic Program Review, or APR for short, it is important to keep in mind the need for data resources. Ultimately, APR self-studies should be a narrative or story about the journey that your program has taken over the last 7 years or since you last completed a safe self-study for APR. In that context, data is a great way for you to tell that story, to show the growth and changes that have occurred programmatically, institutionally, and even across higher education in general. Another reason data is so critical as part of an APR self-study is it provides the program the opportunity to collect feedback from valuable stakeholders such as faculty, students, and alumni through surveys and post-graduation data resources. By carefully considering institutional data along with stakeholder data, it becomes easier for programs to highlight strengths and identify weaknesses around which they can build continuous improvement strategies. As mentioned previously, there are several different types of data. First, there are institutional data, which typically refers to information that is collected by the Office of Institutional Effectiveness and Planning or other offices at Mason. Examples of institutional data are enrollment trends, retention rates, or 4, 5, and 6-year graduation rate data is also available. Analysis of graduation rate data may provide insight into programs to determine whether they are overloading students with credit hour requirements and making it difficult for them to graduate in 4 years. The Office of Sponsored Programs also maintains institutional data regarding grant funding and activity, which may be a critical component of a program's self-study. In addition to institutional data, there are also survey data, which is collected from current students, alumni of the program, and faculty within the program. Survey data provides a pivotal piece of information regarding the experience and perception of stakeholders that are most closely related to the program. Once students graduate from the program, the Office of Institutional Effectiveness and Planning also collects job placement data from students through exit surveys and alumni surveys, as well as tracking comparative data through the State Council of Higher Education in Virginia, or SCHEV for short. Additionally, graduate and professional school placement can also be collected through organizations such as the National Student Clearinghouse. Finally, the fourth type of data that is critical to APR is peer data. Data from peer institutions is typically at the institutional level, where you can compare enrollment and demographic trends, retention and graduation rates, student-to-faculty ratios, or the amount of grant monies rewarded. Peer data is most commonly and easily accessed through SCHEV or the Integrated Post-Secondary Education Data System, or IPEDS for short. There is another module on the Office of Institutional Effectiveness and Planning APR data resource page that will walk you through the process for accessing IPEDS data. As mentioned previously, all of the data resources mentioned to this point can be accessed through the Office of Institutional Effectiveness and Planning website at oiep.gmu.edu. When you visit the site, simply click on the Institutional Effectiveness link in the top banner, and that will take you to a page where you can see a link to Data Resources for APR Self-Study, listed on the left side of the page. You can also see other APR resources listed in that same block. Once you access the data resources for APR self-study on the website, you will see a page that provides a brief overview of the resources and headings for different types and sources of data. Most of the data is readily available, but some of the data, such as faculty survey response data, is only made available to the programs going through APR self-study for their faculty within the program. Toward the right side of the page, you will see that you are able to expand the view of the various headings to see the unique data sources and information associated with that category. When you click to expand the heading, you will see the different data sources listed out. In some cases, the data source may have two distinct links, one for each level of analysis, such as summary versus detailed views. Additionally, in parentheses, you will see the source of the data. In most cases, the data has been collected and analyzed through our office in institutional effectiveness and planning. But there are links to external data sources, such as Chev or IPEDS, as well as other internal Mason offices, such as the Office of Sponsored Programs. Make sure to expand each of the headings and thoroughly review the data at your disposal before proceeding with the APR self-study process. As you become more familiar with the data, please keep in mind a few critical dates related to data resources. The first critical date is December 1st. By December 1st, program leaders should notify me or the Office of Institutional Effectiveness and Planning with a list of participants for the faculty survey. Some programs prefer to survey all their faculty, full-time and part-time, while others choose to only survey their full-time, tenure, or tenure-track faculty. Additionally, by September 1st, you should also contact me with the information of the person within your program willing to serve as the signatory on the alumni survey invitation our office will administer. Typically, the signatory is a department chair or program director. In February and March of the subsequent year, the faculty and alumni surveys will be administered by our office, while programs should be downloading and analyzing peer comparison data. Finally, in May, faculty and alumni survey data will have been collected, and programs should review all data in a holistic manner to provide the greatest context and narrative for the APR self-study. Thank you for watching this module on data resources for academic program review. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at the information listed on the screen with email guaranteeing the quickest response. Our office aims to support your program through the APR process to ensure continuous improvement, which will lead to an even more vibrant program and greater student success. Thank you.